Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII on the MysteriousJG. Fran didn't even use all of her mischarges. That whore! Sorry. Sorry, I'm being very silly right now. Again, I'm gonna let the boys come out to play. Come out to play! But, 22 LP. Yeah, well, I mean, if I hadn't completely exhausted all need for LP... I guess I need LP period, like a little bit of LP every time I beat one of these optional espers in order to buy its license. But yeah, we're pretty much, You impressed by what we did, little buddy? I'm top overseer, yep, the boss and I are doing this. I came to scout out the road, Kupo. Okay, I'll admit it, I'm lost. Yeah, he doesn't even congratulate you on defeating the bombs, or even make reference to the bombs. He just says, the exact same thing as before, but now adds a little goofy joke about how he's lost. Kupo. Don't forget the Kupo part. It's very important. Anyways, you know, I really should be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 for my channel. That's the video. That's the series where I need more videos. And when I say need, I mean my hobby, where I have probably less than a dozen really hardcore fans who follow all of my series. And the hobby through which I make no money whatsoever. Yeah, I really need more Red Dead Redemption 2 videos. So that's what I'm saying here. Man, I might have to start Let's Playing Castlevania games. Bobo has this change of circumstance. If his LP, you know, slows to a trickle, I'd start like playing Symphony of the Night or something. Well, he's already done that one. I would have to play like Castlevania Legends or some nonsense. So, back-nammies are an enemy type that we'll be seeing coming up. We don't get a little story introducing them or a little cinematic, but based on our experience with the enemies in the Yogi Sand Sea, I am assuming that Bagamies are, you know, Ald again can chip in if they're an actual creature from fantasy lore. I'm assuming they're a racist caricature of some kind. I mean, that's, you know, that's usually how these things work, right? Anyways, them, or there's another group of like small humanoid dudes. When we eventually hit the point where, can we do this single file? No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh well. I feel like this is actually not bad timing for that, because I feel like we're about to enter a new zone, which starts with a save crystal. Weezand of Kados. Oh, Nabrius Deadlands. Sounds like a real great place to visit. Oh, actually, this was not a good time for that, because we do have a screen worth of enemies that we have to fight before we can get to the save crystal. So just in... No, damn it, that's... They're both using Phoenix down on the same guy, aren't they? Damn it. It's all screwed up. So I'm actually going to try to run past this group of enemies, but just in case. Because it looks like there's only one and then a bunch more pop out of it. But just in case I couldn't get past them, I thought it would be a good idea to have the full party. Because I really don't want to spend a lot of time. We're very close to where I topped off as far as the enemies here are too difficult for me to kill. I can't kill them while doing super speed for easy XP, which makes it a bad return. I'll save one more time, just in case I die on the way to showing you guys the place where I just turned back, and I was like, damn it, I wish I could explore. I want to see if I can keep fighting till I hit the point where the story just makes me stop and go back and deal with Burr Omnisace or whatever. But I eventually got to a place where there was no in-game plot barrier blocking me. I just couldn't handle the enemies there. Hey, what's up, buddy? Are we going to talk to this guy? No, I guess we're just having our own little cinematic without him.
This is all that remains of Nabudis. 2 years ago, it was destroyed utterly by a mysterious force.
That's my backstory, remember?
The work of the Midlight Shard.
The Midnight Rider.
This?
Achoo!
In just 2 years?
Sorry, I
How?
sneezed.
As the Dawn Shard brought down the Leviathan and her fleet, a fell mist
I guess
spilled
Penelope was
forth.
supposed to be showing
It
how
is
shocked,
like
horrified
the same
she was.
thing happened here.
It is like.
The Nethicite's mist has corrupted the life of this place. It is a necrohall overrun with beasts.
Yeah, what's a necrohall?
We tread here on a fool's errand. We had best turn back.
Balthier's just kicking back. He didn't even give a crap. And Ash has no role to play in this cinematic, even though she's trying to find the Midnight Shard. I'm guessing maybe if we actually were playing this in better order, because really there's no reason whatsoever. He says we tread here on a fool's errand, so maybe it's a slightly different cinematic. I hope I didn't ruin our cinematics for us, but the cinematic might be a little different if we come here with a specific reason. But the fact that we're just wandering around here for no reason, he's like, let's get the fuck out of here, man. This place is terrible. But he and his twin brother, you may recall, and I don't know if I even got this when I was playing the game through the first time. Like, you got to sit down with the frickin' wiki in front of you to keep track, because things get mentioned once, and only once, in a multi-hour narrative, and then they expect you to know it. But Bosch has a twin brother. They both come from this place, Nabudis, which was destroyed by the Empire using the Midnight Shard as a weapon. And one of them has decided to serve the Empire, and then Bosch has decided to fight against the Empire. And meanwhile, here's this guy. Quiet new move. Whoa. You shouldn't sneak up on people like that. Bad for the circulation, you know. Behold the ruin Nethicite has wrought on Nabudis. No shadow of its glory remains. It is a spawning pool for creatures that feed on mist. If you hold life dear, you will turn back. Me? I am Macliao. I await the coming of a hero, one to destroy the creatures sealed in Nabudis. We foresaw the coming of a hero, and by way of preparation, I bid my disciples fetch the keys that will break the seals within Nabudis. Roken Mao and Roken Mu are loyal, but it cannot be said they are quick. You may yet see them returning for this task. Is this something you would ask me? Who are you? I am Macliao. I wait here for my two disciples, Roken Mao and Roken Mu, to return. What the hell are you, though? I mean, am I supposed to know your species from earlier in the story? I wait here for my two disciples, blah, blah, blah. They bring me keys of great import. These keys open doors, binding terrible beasts deep within Nabudis. I must see the keys in the hands of the hero. You may come across my disciples on your travels. They are loyal, but slow, you see. Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Or Tweedle-A and Tweedle-B, whatever stupid-ass name Yuri had. Yuri's badass motherfucker. Sorry. I started playing Tales of Vesperia because I started watching somebody's LP of it, and then they like stopped, and they got like maybe less than a quarter of the way into the game. But I was watching their LP, and I was commenting on every video, and I got in this weird mode where I felt entitled based on the fact that I was commenting regularly. That when they just kind of dropped the hobby outright, or they dropped that and started something else instead, and then tried to get a subscription service going for their channel with like a dozen subscribers. So, but a handful of the phrases that this particular fairly youngish LPer used always stuck with me. And one of them in the comments, I said something about how Yuri's kind of a fun character, and he was like, "Yeah, Yuri's a bamf." Haha, that's something funny that my friends and I say sometimes. So I just always picture this little like teenage boy saying, "Yuri's a badass motherfucker." This has nothing to do with our current LP out. Let me get back to it. I see. Then you would do well to leave. If you're not interested in hearing me repeat the same piece of exposition a third time, then fuck off. Fourth time, really. So this is the zone that I actually was fighting in and leveling up. I was leveling up in the first screen or so of this zone, because some of the enemies that pop up around here are pretty nasty and not really worth dealing with. But in the early areas, we just have some undead enemies that are killable, so we'll kill this one, and I'll show you kind of how this goes down. I had set up Gambit so that we dispelled the positive status buffs they start out with, and then from there you just beat them up. And Larsa dies. Always. Always, always, always. Larsa dies. So beyond that, like, I try to fight as few of them as possible at a time. And then I just navigated my way through. So anyone that we can't really easily get around, I will fight real quick on our way. God, this is going to turn into a full video if I fight too many of these guys. But at least... yeah, Larsa just dies. I guess I didn't realize they're susceptible to immobilize. That kind of makes a difference. But the map of the zone is located up here. That's why it's worth quickly fighting one of these zomboids. But in my off-screening, I avoided the zomboids because it broke up my chain bonus against the skeleton guys. But the urn gives you a map of the Navigator's Deadlands. So, this is another place. There's a whole zone. I can't see how you're supposed to get there. I don't know if the plot will allow us to get there, and we can't get there now. Or what. But, the path of least resistance. Getting the exit of this place. Ooh, we took a lot of... oh, we must have hit a trap, because we took a lot of damage there. So now we split the middle with these guys. We got some adamantoise looking dudes. A whole lot more traps. There are slime enemies that are like undead and cast confuse, that take forever to kill and don't really drop enough experience to be worth it. This is an interesting thing. Here too we have a little save crystal that is actually an enemy. And it's an enemy that's actually seems like it's pretty far over our level too. So we'll come back and deal with that at another time. Then we got magical ponies. Seems like if we just go this way, we can avoid most of it. So all of the enemies here, we can handle them, but they are to varying degrees difficult enough to fight that it's not worth it. Like, you can't just pound away on them easily, heal a little bit of damage when you're done, and call it a day. I'd have to like really be focusing on what I was doing, and not just throwing in a couple of gambits and going at super speed. But as you can see, we were able to make a beeline for the end of the zone. These are the Fubar. I have to assume that name comes from the military acronym, F-U-B-A-R. Occasionally people try to say it stands for fouled up. That is not true. It is pretty clearly fucked up beyond all recognition, fucked up beyond all redemption. There's various versions of it. And of course you have the variation situation normal, all fucked up, snafu. Now here's the place I came in. I couldn't remember if there was a little Necro Hall of Nabudis. I couldn't remember if there was a little intro for this. I just remember as soon as I walked in, yeah, you were hit by a trap that appears like this game just tells you, you know what, fuck you. You will like spawn on a trap here. Now, there is actually, if we look at the map, you can't see it, but there's another entrance to this place, which I didn't find until later, in that forest zone. As far as how you get through here without setting off any traps, like, I'm just like, fuck it, we'll set off this one. It's not too bad. Then we... Damn you, Bosch! There was plenty of room for us to all get on the wall. I should have, like... I should have run back and forth a couple of times against the wall. Yeah, I should have run back and forth to get everyone lined up. So come on, everyone get on the wall. Larsa, don't you dare set off another trap. You can see ahead we have more back on me's. That's not that bad, right? We've fought them before. Now, I mean, it's not impossible that I will be able to handle this, but I just remember fighting these guys off screen and just getting immediately overwhelmed. So, well, maybe the guys are better at fighting them than the girls are, but that does look like we're going to lose here eventually. Well, before we give up completely, let's let the girls defeat this one Bakami that's left, and then see what happens when we try to go in deeper. Make sure Pinello has Libra. This is actually farther in than I got before. Actually, it's actually going better than it went off screen so far. It's not great, but I might actually be able to explore far enough in here to... It doesn't look like there's any point coming here. And we're not using this. I mean, even if this goes well and I get some loot, we had a bunch of off-screen leveling. I would just have to come back up here and go to these same zones. But maybe I'd find out that this is where the game was going to stop me from advancing, because it's like, nope, you can't get anywhere useful in the Necro Hall of Nabudis. I kind of doubt it. Yeah, see, Bakamis just kind of pop out of the ground and keep messing with you. Here's the whole, that's the whole problem.
Not like this.
This is certainly farther than I ever got in the Necro Hall of Nabudis before. Because I never actually just ran past them. I mean, I did note that all of the entrances are booby-trapped like crazy. Because I briefly came in through another entrance and it was also booby-trapped like crazy. But what good it does us to just, like, run past everything and not have any ability whatsoever to stop and look around is, you know, it's up for debate. So maybe I just, like, happened to hit a really high-level, unusual party of those guys. When I came in here before, I, like, immediately got wiped out by ones whose, oh, here we go. There's a small circular depression. Examine the depression. A medallion would fit neatly. The word love has been carved within. So now we're talking like there's plot items we don't have that you gotta get before you can do anything. And traps, because I guess Pinello didn't have... Libra on for whatever reason. I'm just gonna assume for now that
I have failed.
you have failed, and you will die. Torgo, you have failed, and you must die. So, yeah, I'm surprising myself with how far we're getting here. But I guess, so I guess a bit of a lie to think that we were going to actually get to this other quest. Because that's not happening. Otherwise, this has gone, just in terms of running away and actually exploring the place, not too bad. I might have to actually start trying to fight here later. And I'm thinking that this place, if we explore it in the right directions, will take us back to the forest. And the key is just to run away from everything. But I don't know what a necrohall is, but it seems to be a word that means scary death place. Not that shocking that that was the result of going through there. Oh shit, my alternate party is dead, aren't they? We didn't actually bother to cure the guys, so this is going to be it. And it's not quite as simple as, like, we are already at the exit of, oh, there's no... Oh, there are enemies. See, if there's no enemies chasing us, this wouldn't have been the worst possible time to, zombie warlocks. Guess the place is a little bigger than I realized, so I don't know how to get to this other entrance. The word might is carved within. I honestly don't remember if this place is optional or not. Well, now I just want to see if I can actually fight my way to the exit of this place, because I'm curious. So, yeah. This is not completely ideal. But, as far as exploring the place, I have not yet found a, like, I don't know for sure that if we were taking our time exploring properly, we wouldn't be able to get out of here. But I think the Fawn Coast is where the story continues. This might be a dead end, like the Tomb of Wraithwall. You need to be able to get here to do stuff for the story, but you don't continue traveling in this direction further. Cloister of Distant Song. Oh, cool. Now we've got warrior robots. Well, there's certainly a lot of locations in this place. You're running around in fear of everything that moves. Sure see some interesting stuff. Keep running. Keep it running. Nobody told you to stop. Excellent. Sped things up. And yet I still wonder if this is how we can actually leave. Meanwhile, the plot desperately wants me to go to the Burn Marmostay, whatever it is. Penella will raise everybody up. I see you guys are all sped up, but there's no reason to slow us. Just keep going about your business. You guys really seem to object to us wandering into your home. And death. Okay, give them a second to bring Bunny Girl back and then start running again. Alright, keep running. I didn't tell you to stop. I'm going to find a whole bunch of traps back together. I'm going to feel like we finally found the exit again. Or the exit on the other side.
I'm sorry.
I mean, at this point, I think it's clear. I'm just seeing how far we can take this. And we can't take it any farther than this. Alright, well, we got an entire video's worth of me running around the Necro Hall of the Weezand of Kados here and not being able to survive, make our time. So I think I will come back and do one more video, but this time, for sure, I'll prove it to you, folks. I'll take away all doubt. I've got a save slot in Ravenaster. This is it, for sure. For sure this time. When we come back, we're going to do this quest I've been talking about. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.